manager of the great city of Charlotte, North Carolina, and we have a great program to announce for you today. There are a number of speakers, and what I will do is just kick it off and then turn it over to the mayor and get out of the way. So as we started off this journey, I'd like to go back to October of 2018 when the city worked with Envision Charlotte and Metabolic. Metabolic is an international research firm that focuses on sustainability as well as the circular economy. We produce a strategy which is Circular Charlotte towards a zero waste inclusive community. This is a revolutionary economic development model. And the key here is that we analyzed our waste stream. So we have about 1 million tons of waste that's produced each year in Charlotte. And about 88% of that waste goes into the landfill. That's more than what's the national average. So by analyzing the waste stream and adopting a comprehensive waste diversion program, we believe that we can create hundreds of jobs as well as generate revenue. The study focused on 5 business cases, and with those 5 business cases, which is when they're fully implemented, we believe that we can generate between $22 million and $34 million annually, as well as create hundreds of jobs. So the circular economy is in its infancy in America. So again, Charlotte became the first city to adopt a strategy, a comprehensive strategy. So we believe that we need to continue to have innovative solutions to divert waste from our waste stream. So in terms of environmental sustainability, job creation, and innovation and creativity, that seems that's something that's ripe for Charlotte. So we're willing to take on the challenge. And someone who's willing to take on any challenge, that's our great mayor, Vi Lyles. I'll turn it over to the mayor.
Thank you, Marcus. Thanks, Marcus. I'm really, we planned this day just for you guys. I mean, this blue sky and this wonderful weather, we're really glad to have everybody here. I want to actually recognize our council member, Larkin Eggleston, who is here joining us today and this morning. And you're going to hear from a group of people that are doing phenomenal work, and we're just being a part of it. So while this is a special announcement, I want to talk a little bit about what makes this possible and how we got here today. Because we all know in this city what's important about our success is partnerships. When we work with other people that commit to accomplishing a goal, Charlotte can do anything that we want to do. And in this case, the goal is a thriving circular economy. If you know anything about Charlotte, you know that we welcome our businesses, our neighborhood leaders, any organization, especially as we begin to address the climate crisis. Protecting our environment in the most recent days, you can see how important it is. You've heard from Marcus, our city manager, that we're fortunate enough to have a city that's willing to try things that are different, innovation and practical solutions to actually begin to look at how we're going to deal with what I think is so very important. So we're going to launch an exciting recycling initiative today. And this is largely made possible by our partnerships with our business community and our nonprofits. So I'm thrilled to announce today that we're partnering with Coca-Cola and Sealed Air, 2 of the outstanding companies that we have, and 2 of the companies that are stepping forward to make a difference in this effort. We're home to a number of Fortune 500 companies, and today 2 of them have stepped up in a way that we know will make a difference. So we're calling this program Send Me On My Way. What we want to accomplish with Sending Me On My Way is an educational initiative to encourage local businesses to collect plastic bottles. Now, I know you all have 3 plastic bottles in your car, under the seat, somewhere, and we're going to make a difference. We're going to get those bottles to a place that they can work. And we also know that we all have bubble wrap to take care of our anxiety moments, as well as pack things to send to grandchildren. But these plastic bottles and this bubble wrap, we need to do something with it. And Coca-Cola and Sealed Air have taken on the responsibility for recycling, or what we like to say is upcycling. With the help of Envision Charlotte, Amy, we will set up a schedule and a regular route to come and collect those deposited plastics from each business. We already have 10 companies that have signed up ready to participate to divert this product from local landfills and to allow them to be used in a different way that makes it better for our environment. Isn't that what we all want? Circular economy. We want to make a difference. So I want to encourage other companies, if you're represented here today, to join us in this program. We need your help to make this difference. We want Send Me On My Way to be the best recycling program, upcycling program in our city. It's for a good cause. You know, a lot of people will talk about it's a good cause for the future. It's a lot of good causes for climate. But all of us, think about the children in our school systems, think about the children in your home, think about my grandchildren, and that's why it's a good cause. That's what's going to make a difference. You know, this isn't a sprint, it's a marathon. So we're starting out today, another step to help us reach a place where we're the best city in this country. So join us and help us get us there. Now, of course, when you're going to collect these plastics, we're going to have to do it in a great way, and I'm glad to welcome our CATS director, John Lewis, to the podium to explain how the logistics actually work. John?
Good morning. Thank you, Mayor. Thank you for having me here today. My name is John Lewis. I'm the Executive Director for the Charlotte Area Transit System. This bus here has moved people throughout the city and the region for over 800,000 miles during its journey. She's provided opportunity and access to businesses and people employed by them. She's helped people get to work, visit family, and live their everyday lives. This bus has served our region well, and today she takes on a second life. My team here at CATS has taken this retired bus and retrofitted it to serve the city and the region in an entirely different way. In the past, this bus would have been one of over 300 vehicles operating throughout our city, our county, and the region, providing more than 65,000 trips each and every day. But she'll continue her life of service through the Send Me On My Way program, collecting recyclables so that plastics used in our city and region may also see a second life. The mission of this endeavor also aligns perfectly with the mission of CATS. It's a community-based, sustainable, and inventive, all words that can be used to describe public transportation. Inventive sustainability programs like this have the ability to change the way our entire community thinks about both mobility and sustainability. My team and I are honored to partner with Envision Charlotte and the other program partners on this important initiative and look forward to participating in other pioneering sustainability efforts. Now, please join me in welcoming Senior Vice President of Public Affairs for Coca-Cola Consolidated, Kimberly Kuo.
Thank you. Hey, everyone. So I am so privileged to be here from Coca-Cola Consolidated. We're the largest Coca-Cola bottler in the U.S., and it is an awesome opportunity for me to say these are not single-use plastic bottles. A lot of folks think they are, but this can be recycled over and over and over again. And our company, like most Coca-Cola bottlers, really, really wants these back to make more plastic bottles. So we can't do that alone. I think the greatest part about this partnership today is it takes a number of steps in the process. It does take working with this city. It takes educating consumers and inspiring them and encouraging them, assuring them that if they put this plastic bottle in said recycle bin, something is actually going to happen to it. So that's what is necessary for this process to work. And that's why we are so happy to work together with all the players necessary to make this work. So we've created a theme. You'll see our recycle barrels in the back of refresh, recycle, and renew. We like to say we have 66 million consumers that we refresh every day. We would like every one of them to recycle every one of those containers, both cans and plastic bottles, and then use that to renew into a new product. In this case, how it's going to happen is we're going to take the plastic and aluminum cans that we can collect throughout the city from everyone in the Charlotte metro area. Whoop. And our partners, I think they're here, but Zero Waste, who's also a local company that's going to help us collect and bale all this plastic, and then Unify, which takes that plastic and repurposes it into thread and yarn to make uniforms, to make clothing, things like that. So there are a lot of uses for this bottle, even outside of using it again for a beverage, which we'd love to get to as the partnership develops. So thank you. We're excited to be a part of this. I think Charlotte is a beacon on this. This is what's going to happen across the country and cities across the country. So it's really an honor and a privilege to be able to launch this and be one of the first to show other cities how this has to work, which is all of us together showing all the folks around the Charlotte metro area how they can be a part of the solution here. So thank you, and I'm going to pass it over to Ken from Sealed Air.
Good morning. It is an absolute honor and a privilege for Sealed Air to join in this community, to join and honor the leadership that Charlotte is displaying when it comes to a circular economy. Our purpose as a company is to protect, to solve our customers' critical packaging problems, and to make our world better than we found it. And the last part is very important to us. You have to be part of a community. We have made a very bold pledge. Our CEO, Ted Doheny, last year announced that by 2025, 100% of Sealed Air's products will either be recyclable or reusable. And of that material, 50% will use recycled content, and of that, 60% of it will be post-consumer. That does not happen without a community working together and recognizing that plastics do provide great value. They're efficient, they're strong. Before bubble wrap, people used sawdust, they used wadded up newspaper, and I'm dead serious about this, rubberized horsehair to protect products. And so with the advent of bubble wrap, it really enabled small parcel shipment. We are all excited about the benefits we gain by having items shipped to our doorstep. That is very convenient, but we all have an obligation to support that circular opportunity, to take this material back. We can reuse all of the flexible packaging from Sealed Air that we collect. It can go right back into our process. Our biggest challenge is those streams are not available in large enough quantity. It is cheaper to buy new resin, virgin resin. That's not sustainable. We must have a circular economy. The vision, Marcus, the vision and the leadership under this mayor, the willingness to step out and do something first and not follow, that is not common. And that is why we are so proud to be part of Charlotte. We're proud this is where our global headquarters are, and we are certain that with this opportunity, we will make a difference that other people will follow. This will make a difference. I just want to close. Greta Thunberg was just at the UN. She talked about the responsibilities that we have for her generation, that she felt betrayed. What I love about this is actionable. This isn't words, this is doing. And I'm very proud to be part of a city that is more about doing than talking. I want to turn it over to Amy from Envision.
Good afternoon. I'm Amy Ossaker, the Executive Director from Envision Charlotte. This is first of many programs that we hope to launch over the next several years. I wanted to thank our partners, Coca-Cola Consolidated and Sealed Air, for their partnership and commitment to this program, and we are excited to get it in motion on this very cool bus. Over the next few weeks, we will begin training our ambassadors, and thanks to CATS, we will be collecting and returning those items. As Charlotte leads the way to be the first U.S. city with a circular economy strategy, we want to educate our citizens about the benefits and create more opportunities like this one to get engaged. Thank you all for coming today, and all of the speakers will be available for more comments, and you can go jump on the bus and tour the retrofit. Thank you.